Nothing quite like getting the Googan behind the wheel of a truck with a boat in tow. You never know how that one's gonna end, just like some of the things we're going to witness in this week's episode of Googans of the Week.
You can't park there. You can't park there. You cannot park there.
Some things are not always as they seem. As you see here, our guy's pulling the boat in. You may think that might be the action, but no, the Googan's actually on the boat. And of course, sometimes the Googan is not on the boat, as we see in this situation here where we've got a runaway ghost vessel. Apparently, the Googan was out enjoying a day of fishing, but forgot to go ahead and put on that safety kill switch lanyard, and apparently the boat had had enough of hanging out with the Googan for the day, so decided it was going to go off on its own. Speaking of going off on your own, I got a feeling if I was one of these guys on these boats, I'd be trying to hitch a ride in this car and going off on my own. No way I'm sticking around for this. I mean, fortunately the jet ski's around and they're on a lake, so there's plenty of water. Let me know in the comments below how long you think the Googans were here trying to bail out. Nothing like being out there in the water and enjoying a nice ferry ride until you see this. This is the point in time that ferry ride no longer becomes any fun. We all know that one guy who's always got to have the biggest and baddest, and always has to try and top you. Like when you upgraded to that 50 horsepower Yamaha on your John boat, he went out and upgraded to this. Now, we don't often think of merchant mariners as being Googans, but there are plenty of Googan moments that occur in a merchant mariner's career. Now, I don't necessarily know that this is a Googan moment, but this is one of those moments where I'd definitely be reconsidering my career choice. Unloading a cargo ship seems like a lot of work, so some Googans get out there and try to find a way to lighten the load. Now, it looks like these Googans did a little better job than our last crew on lightening the load. There are many times in our lives we may look back and reflect on choices and decisions that we've made, such as maybe a career path that we chose. Somehow I got a feeling this crew's kind of regretting that career path right now. I mean, at least they got their life jackets on, but how in the world did this much paper wind up on the floor? I'll tell you what, it feels like it's not been a good couple years for bridges around the world. And it's also not been a good couple years for people down at the boat ramp. This is one I'll never really figure out, why so many people when things start to go wrong in boating grab for more throttle. That seems pretty counterproductive and like the last thing you want to do in most situations, but let me know in the comments if I'm wrong on that. So they've already hit one cruise boat messing up their day, now they've beached this one right on the ramp, and our guy here is going to go ahead and grab this line and try and get him over to the other dock, but he's going to go ahead and dock block another guy who's backing down as well. They do, however, apparently kind of get it figured out, even though the boat's now facing the wrong direction for them to go ahead and try and get this one onto a trailer, but looks like they're going to have to reset it up. Thanks for watching, crew. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Googans of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening out on your waterways, be sure to hit us up at Broncos Guru on Facebook or Instagram and let us know when you might see your stories over here. Just like Adam Coolidge, Redondo Beach Firefighters, Brad Roy, Harvey Pryor, Alexandra Sonia Kiefer, Ocean State Spear Gun, Nathan Gustafson, and Miss McKenzie did this week. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here. If not, we're coming to steal your drain plug.